Hello and welcome to the 23rd episode, which again is another interesting one where we have the drunkards stumbling towards something unknown, and a few other different things occur in between, which is interesting nonetheless. But quite a combat heavy session this one turned out to be, so hope you enjoy meeting a new individual that is likely, based on events, to become a thorn in their side, I feel. Enjoy. We'll do a glass cannon podcast and go for the march to 100 when we've got like 3 hours till we get there, or 3 years. They're like, they started their march to I think 300 at like 270.
I listened to that one just this morning, and they're all talking about arbitrary numbers, and
getting very annoyed.
A couple of them just hate it, don't they?
Yeah, as I said to Zeke already as well, the random invite I got on Twitter was like, I thought it was an advert. I thought it was going to be it was going to be dropped into a Discord server, and it'd be like, hey, have you seen this new book? Buy this new book. As opposed to actually there being like, there's only like 100 and something people in it. It's quite a small little thing, so you never know. I'm going to say thank you to the rather large Australian-based fan base that seem to be supporting the entire thing. So thank you to them. I don't know how we got picked up otherwise, but yeah, it's quite interesting. The stats on our thing, it literally just goes the day, because normally I manage to get it edited and sent off loaded the next day, and literally it's just like there's this big spike the day of release. It's just like everyone watches it then. It's quite amusing. So that's an interesting weird little thing that happens. Again, mostly do it for fun. If I can quit my job, as I said to Zeke, I'll be quite happy. We need about 3,000 to 4,000 more people. Last time ended on you guys getting a little bit merry in the pub, and at the Sheltered Crook, we did call it. The number of randomly named pubs that must exist in Galarian, that only exist in one world, must be quite impressive. But yeah, you went and saw a show and were quite literally charmed by it. Even Zonk, who was quite surprised to enjoy the performance itself. Yeah, that was good fun. It was quite a weird thing, and glad I got to do that one. But you have left said pub and you have made your way back along the merry road, trying to attempt to head back to home. It is dark as you exit the city, and the further you get away, the less you can see, and we're talking within sort of a couple of 100 feet. You are in darkness, so aside from Zonk, I believe no one else has dark vision.
No, but has anyone got something in their backpack that we can light to light our way? Has anyone got a torch or something?
I've got oil.
I've got a rope.
Just drag a fire behind you.
Do they have braziers around? Do you, as you walk through a city, are there torches that would be on but are out? Or is there?
You've left the city, and there were braziers that are sort of dying down as the time sort of gets on, as it is now midnight, and you're into the next day. So you are now on to Moon Day, the 5th of Erastus. You've only been going for like 30-something days so far. But yeah, so you are sort of travelling out, so I don't know if the Oracle among you may wish to shed some light on the situation, although he appears to be spending more time prettying up his dice rolling area.
Yeah, I'm getting it ready. I'm not going to have any 20s get missed this time round. This is it. I'm the 20 man now.
So not only
last session, that's it.
Not only are you expecting us to do the math for you, you're now wanting us to read dice for you.
Yep, that's it. For the benefit of the listeners, I've set up a dice camera
that they can't see.
Yeah, if you pay premium service, you'll get access to my dice camera, and you can cry along with everyone as I roll ones for the rest of the night. Yeah,
That is not a service we offer because it'd be a weird thing just to have 3 hours of Luke's dice camera. Either way, do you wish to cast any form of spell? I said Asher, which was strange because Asher's really dead and buried. Andrus may, however, wish to.
I have a light spell that I can shed some light on this situation if you wish.
I mean, Zonk's quite happy, I assume, but the rest, not so much.
I'm good.
Yeah, I will. I'll cast light on my breastplate just to shine me off.
Cool.
Drunkenly.
So, as you all begin to stumble down the road, there is this slightly awkward light that sort of ever so often, by the stumblings of a drunken cat wearing armour, covering it with arms and paws as they go along. Sort of the light takes on quite a weird sort of flow as they carry on. Can I have everyone roll a fortitude save, please?
24.
16.
15.
That's the all-important one for Luke. I think he's okay. Yes,
Oh, wait,
he's
16.
okay.
Yeah,
Again, sort of
27.
a few of you are beginning to feel the effects, but manage to sort of keep the vomit well down as you carry along. About sort of 10 minutes later, again, sort of a few of you stumble. Maybe Takeo sort of trips as his sort of feathers dangle down as he's sort of half asleep trying to make his way home. Stumbling Bruce, who almost trips over his own tail. And Zonk is far too impressed by the shiny light from the breastplate to really be paying attention to what he's doing. Can we have another one, please? I'm just hoping someone gets a natural 1.
Oh, you're just waiting for me to roll the inevitable, aren't you?
I think natural 1 or 2. I think
20.
Cool.
Yeah, 3 on the dice.
Got 29 and a natural 20.
Lovely.
3 on the dice for Takeo is okay. Takeo literally can only fail on a natural 1 with his plus 12 to fortitude.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
20 in total from me.
Cool.
Do we start to get a feeling? Is there a direction or a feeling that we start to get, having been successful in shaking off whatever's happening around us?
You're mostly just not vomiting and starting to feel sickened.
Okay, yeah.
So, you're sort of the classic pub challenge of I will not throw up, it will not affect me sort of style of thing. And walking along, you also don't have the weird drunken overconfidence yet. As that's a result of failing, you get a +1 against fear effects. Is the first stage. But as you sort of get about half a mile out of town, you come across a sort of group of trees, and there's sort of a little bit of forestry off to the side as you sort of start to get near to the woods where you've set up your little circus under the instruction of Pauldron. What's her name? Can't remember what her name is now. Pauldron the Constable, that's the word we were looking for. And you've set that up, and trying to make your way back there. There then comes out running towards you what appears to be a merchant. He looks sort of scared out of his wits. And he comes running towards you, arms waving. "Oh, good sirs! Oh, excellent! Can you help a fellow? There's a few fellows chasing me behind. You look strong men. Can you help me out?"
Of course we can.
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
My breastplate's shining in his face.
I'm checking to see if he doesn't try to pickpocket us.
Yeah, sure. He doesn't come too close to you. He gives you about a 10-foot wide berth and starts to make his way round behind you. As he does, he sort of directs you slightly further on. Oh, they're that way. Oh, yeah, there's some awful fellas. They broke down my caravan, killed my horse and everything.
Well,
These miscreants, lead us to them.
And he literally just points you. Oh, I'm not going back that way. Just head that way.
Come, men. Come, brothers.
I feel like this is a trap.
Oh, Andrus,
Yeah,
something
yeah,
doesn't feel right about this, Andrus.
Yeah.
Something doesn't feel right. But
There's nothing right about a horse being murdered, even if it's for meat. And I'll draw my maul out ready.
Merchant, what's your name? What's your name, Merchant?
My name's Trevor. I have one of those shops, those things that people, own in cities, like the one there.
Right, Trevor, if we're to protect you, you best come with us. We're not leaving you here only to get into a brawl with some guys over someone who isn't near us. Come on, you come with us, and we'll sort this out. We'll find out what this is all about.
So yeah, he just the square behind you, because I haven't got a token for him. So yeah, he's following behind you, looking quite sheepish, and not sheepish, but scared and sort of a bit embarrassed as to what's happened. So yeah, he sort of points northward along the path that's in front of you. I've put you in a random order. Obviously, you can reorder yourselves if there is any particular order.
Do you get the equivalent of sense motive in this?
Yes.
Version 2?
Perception.
Perception. Okay, can I do this to see whether he looks genuinely fearful or whether I think he's leading us into a trap?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I got only a 15. That is a 2 on the dice. So it's 15 in total. So I get the impression maybe I'm not entirely sure.
You look at him and he sort of is wringing his hands. His clothes genuinely look sort of tattered, as though something's been at him. And his face projects sort of worry. His hair is literally smeared to his face. Like there's obviously his sweat and everything else from sort of panic.
Can I use these trees here? Is there some underbrush where I can hide?
So the ones that are the darker, the weirder, slightly darker green, here are bushes. These ones here are taller trees.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to hide here in the bushes.
Okay.
I can't move my token.
Oh, sorry, I'll put new ones on the map, so we'll just very quickly sort that out.
Right, Andrus, I think we make out that there are less of us than they might think. So I'll hide in these and get my bow ready. Why don't you be the mouthpiece for us, and see if you can't lead them back this way if you need to, or put on your best diplomacy hat.
Very well. I haven't had as much drink as I've drunk. I can handle this.
Tokyo just sticks some leaves in his hair and walks straight on the path, with Andrus.
So where do you move to? Sorry, you can now move yourselves.
Sure. As far as I can get to be within eyeshot of these bands of miscreants. So where roughly would that be?
So yeah, you keep walking.
I'm Trevor
forward.
the merchant.
You keep trying to walk forward, and the merchant keeps coming up He's like, "Oh yeah, they're just this way. They're just this way." As you get to this point here, Zonk could be the only one that would notice this explicitly, because the others are looking the other way. But you notice that what appeared to be dishevelled clothing suddenly drops down, and you see clearly he's wearing studded armour, leather.
Trevor, you cheeky bastard!
And at that point, can we roll initiative, please?
Oh, I'm gonna maul his face in.
Okay.
Trevor, we trusted you.
So I can roll stealth then, right?
You can, except he's aware of where you are.
Okay.
So it'd be, I mean, yeah, it's a weird one because the enemy knows exactly where you are.
Yeah, I understand. I just read up on stealth or on perception, and I think that I'm at this point hidden, so he knows the square I'm in.
Yeah.
But I'm like in the bushes, not really visible.
Yeah, it's the difference between concealed and
My stealth is 23.
Cool.
My initiative rolls 27.
Or did I have to roll perception? Because then I've got 20. You can choose.
We'll allow the 23 because I need to double check because it is a weird circumstance.
Yeah, I know, it's a bit of weird.
It is, because he kind of knows you're there, but also he doesn't know exactly where you are.
Yes.
So yeah, it's a weird one.
I got 24.
Cool.
Oh, nice rolls of the night.
Sorry, what was yours, Andrus?
23 as well.
Oh,
It was 16.
So I think he's still going to be you and Bruce.
27.
Jesus Christ. So I just need to make a few rolls. So you do notice, Bruce, based on the fact that it's your based on your perception DC, there is another guy stood there.
Can you tell me what he's wearing? Is he also wearing studded leather?
She.
Oh, the worst kind.
A femme fatale. The worst kind of he. A she.
Okay, can I see? Can I use this round? Are we in rounds at the moment? Is it
We'll be in a second.
Yeah, I'll
Just
wait
gonna
for you.
put
Sorry.
all of them in.
No, there's only two. You said.
There's only two. Yes. I still haven't put
we
the
know
guy behind you. It's just a small army in all these trees. That's why they're there. Cool. There we go. So we then have the main guy. Who's a guy? So because they have a special ability, I will be using something different for their modifier for their surprise. Cool. There we go.
I think there's another one, guys.
There's a small chance based on the thing, yes. First of all, we have a bandit who is, as we can see, a female carrying two hatchets in hand and is sort of full of guile and grace and clearly quite knows how to handle herself. Steps up, looks at you, Bruce, and says, "Oh, aren't you lovely?" And then swings at you with a 22 to hit. Well, against Bruce.
Yeah, that matches dead on.
That's 10 points of damage.
Okay, so let's do that. Okay, 10 points.
She will then take a second attack because...
Is that a slash with a hatchet?
It is a slash with a hatchet. And the second attack will miss.
Right, okay.
After that, it is then your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna draw my whip and yeah, I'm gonna try to. Has she got a hatchet in both hands?
She has, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try and disarm. So with my whip, I can use to disarm with the athletic skill. So I take it. I pull my whip off my back for an action.
Yeah.
And I use the weapon's reach. Fine, that's good. If I critically fail a check, I can drop my weapon, but otherwise on a critical success you still need a free hand if you want to take it. Okay, so I can get them to drop it, or if I roll really, really well, I could potentially take it. So let's see. That's just me reading the disarm rules very quickly. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to try and whip a hatchet out of her arm.
No.
That's 24.
So this is against their reflex. No, it's fortitude, isn't it, for this?
Right.
So yeah, that will succeed.
Okay, so that's one hatchet whipped out of her arms. She's got carrying 2, did you say?
She is.
So, given that was an athletics check, what?
It still takes the multi-attack penalty because it has the attack trait.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to try and disarm her of the. I'm going to try and trip her. Actually, I think.
Okay.
That's better. So it's the same sort of thing. So this is a -5 to the attack roll, I think. So let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 17.
Unfortunately, that will not succeed.
No. Fair enough, though. I think that's brilliant. So one hatchet.
Is, yeah.
Does the hatchet go flying, or does it only land next to her? Like
drops. Yeah, next to her. It doesn't go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that is Bruce.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm just double checking. I mean, it still fails even if it is. It is reflex. It still fails, but it's reflex, not fortitude. For that one. So we then have the individual behind Takeo sort of leans over and says, "I'll be back for you," and takes a little step to the side. Now, a couple of things are going to happen.
Oh no.
He is going to use an ability that Zonk will instantly recognise. Well, actually, we won't this turn, but we will next turn, as he draws both a short sword and a dagger, and then is going to take a stab at Takeo, which with a 26, I believe, will hit. So, now, this is going to hurt. So, he is going to roll that, and that, and that, and that. So, you notice, Zonk, more so than anyone, given your perspective, that you see this guy aim for a weak spot on Takeo and finds to purchase just underneath the wing. So you take 6 points of slashing damage from the sword. 10 points of slashing damage from the sword, and then 5 points of sneak attack damage or precision damage.
How much damage was that? Sorry.
So in total was 15.
Okay, thanks.
And then that is his turn because there's only so much he can do. So he has a special ability that if you haven't acted, you are flat-footed against him. So after that, we do then have another individual who makes their way around and appears next to Takeo. And is going to take a attack first of all against the bird. Is the word 22? I believe will hit
that's
Takeo.
on the nose. Yeah.
That's on the nose. Well, he went for the wing, but so that is 8 points of damage. And then go try again and miss by a large margin. So that's their go. After that, we then have your response, sir.
I'm gonna spin round and hit him with a bomb.
Seems fair. Targeting only him.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the moderate alchemist fire.
That seems fair.
I got a 7, so that didn't work.
7 in total.
On the dice.
Oh, okay. Ooh. What's your bonus now? It's probably...
Where do you find that?
So it's under bomb. Because I think by now you're probably...
Is that the 11 in the arrow?
Ah, yeah. That's an 11. So it's an 18. So unfortunately it misses, but 7 in total would be a critical fail. So we're just checking that's not the case there.
Yeah.
So does the moderate bomb give a +1 as well?
It does, but it still misses, unfortunately. So they will... Oh, you've chosen not to do splash damage because you didn't want to hit you and Andrus, I assume.
I think, as I'm drunk at this point, let's roll with that chance.
We're just going to leave it to chance.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't think he'd really want to try and stop more damage. I think he'll just go for the fall.
Cool. So even it doesn't matter. Even if you fail, if an attack with a splash weapon fails, succeeds or critically succeeds, all creatures within 5 foot of the target, including the target, take the listed splash damage. So what is the splash damage of your bomb?
I think it was +1 fire with the old one.
So 2 splash damage for this one now.
Yeah. Okay.
So it goes up by 1 each time. So you, the individual next to you, and Andrus all take 2 points of damage. As you drunkenly just, I think, get the bomb out, manage to light it, and then just let go of it onto the floor.
Do we have fire
Fire protection? No, so you don't take the persistent damage.
Okay,
luckily, given the quantity of alcohol in your body, you also don't catch fire, which would be high potential of likelihood. So, cool. So that's 2 there. You've still got 2 actions remaining.
I think I'll draw the Tengu blade and attack.
Take a swipe. Cool. So this will be a -5 penalty because you've already done an action with the attack.
I rolled an 8 on the dice. Yeah.
And that will miss, unfortunately, as you sort of drunkenly stumble forward, attempt to swipe, and it doesn't quite go to plan. In fact, the 3 of her that are dancing in front of you make it difficult to aim. After that, it is then Andrus. There is 1 behind you. It's taken you a while to notice. In fact, the fact that your tail's on fire, you're not 100% sure on either.
Someone's going to get hit. So I turn around, obviously, feeling heat on my buttocks. And I will cast Heroism on myself.
Cool. What does that do?
So +1 bonus to attack rolls, perception checks, and saving throws, and skill checks.
Nice.
+1. Yep.
Is that a single or a double action?
It's a double action.
Cool. Did you draw your warhammer before combat started?
I had it in my hands as I was walking along.
That's fine.
I think I stated it when I called the lads.
I thought so. So you can take an attack if you like.
Yeah, I will definitely take an attack. I'm going to do... let me just check what that spell was as well, because I'll do extra damage. It is a enchantment, so maybe I don't get extra damage on an enchantment spell.
On your spell weapon. It's just the type of damage. Yes.
Right, okay. Yeah, the spell weapon.
It's mental damage, I think.
Yeah.
Mental damage, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So let me hit her. And hit her I shall. So plus 13 on the roll. I rolled an 18.
So
nice.
That will be a critical success.
Cool. So normally it's 2d12 plus 4. So it will be 4d12 plus 8, and then plus 2d6 damage.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. It's a lot.
Oh.
So your weapon is bludgeoning. So the target drops one weapon it's wielding. So it will drop one of the hatchets from its hand. So you get a free disarm there as well. So it's still double damage. So yours is striking.
Yeah, plus I'm striking more.
So yeah, so it's quite a few damage you should be rolling, a few dice you should be rolling at this point.
Yeah, 4d12 and then
that's
3d6. Yeah, and then plus 8, whatever the...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, right, okay, so 10, 20, 36 plus 8.
Well, that's enough to kill that one.
Nice.
Be gone!
And she you just cave her skull in, and just a look of pure terror is the last thing you see looking into your eyes as she drops to the ground.
I like it.
After that, it's Zonk.
Boy, you chose the wrong people for this, right? I moved out of the bushes and I go stabby stab.
Yeah. He notices you coming, and you don't catch him flat-footed, but you do get him because you are flanked.
Yes. I was counting on that. So the rapier first, offense. I roll a 7. That's 21.
What did I give him? So unfortunately, that does miss.
Oof. Okay, and then I will go with my sickle as the second one. That's plus 9.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's an 11. I rolled a 2.
That will be a fumble, unfortunately.
I'm going to hero point that one.
Yep. And
That's
re-roll.
Okay. Okay, 16. That's much better. That's 25.
That will hit.
So that's 1d4. That's 8, 12, 14 points of damage. Sneak attack.
Cool.
Nice.
Oh. He's not flat-footed against you.
Oh, he's higher level rogue than me.
It's of your level or lower. So what was that without precision?
Minor 8. That was max damage on the weapon die, so that's 8 points of damage.
Nice.
So I'm just as someone I know, you aren't flat-footed to hidden. So yeah, you've got the same thing where you can't take precision down either. Yeah, it's a weird one, but you can still help allies flank. So that's a weird one. Cool. It's weird
Is it the deny advantage?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, as someone who takes advantage of others' defences, you are careful not to leave such openings yourself. You aren't flat-footed to hidden, undetected or flanking creatures of your level or lower, or creatures of your level or lower using surprise attack. However, they can still help their allies flank.
Okay.
Yeah. So same. He can't do the same thing to you. So that would be an interesting end game if everyone else dies. And he's just really slow stabs to death, but he still takes 8 damage from that.
Yes.
After that, cool. We then have back around to the top. And we have the first bandit who is just going to stab at you with hatchets. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why she has 2 hatchets. There's literally no numerical advantage. No. This one's a generic one, so that one misses. The second one will be a 24. Would have been much better had she.
20. No, because she has only 1 hatchet. I disarmed her.
She can still just keep attacking with the same hatchet.
So you are taking account for the
Yeah. There's no penalty. It's just For some reason, these guys have 2 hatchets. It's literally mechanically makes no difference.
It's not like a fighter, like a martial class.
No.
One in one hand, one in the other hand.
No.
She
It's
just
not any
has
special
2.
ability. I've still accounted for her -4. Don't worry.
I'm gonna. It's with great sadness that I please the gaming gods and say, yeah, I've been hit.
Cool.
I've
10
been hit.
damage.
Another 10.
Yeah.
These hatchets are consistent, if nothing else.
The last one is cocked between a 19 and a 16, or whatever's next to the 19. 19 and a 17. So we'll do that one. That'll mean that the last one doesn't hit.
For you.
And yeah, that is her flurry of attacks against you. Not a mechanical flurry, that's just what she does.
Just a flurry.
And yeah, that's her little attack against you, and it is then Bruce's retaliation.
Right. Right, you bitch. You can fuck off. So Bruce is going to move away.
Cool.
From this.
As a reaction, he follows you.
Okay. Okay, so I've moved away. So this is a different person that's followed me. It's sticking to me like glue. Christ's sake. Okay. And what's this one got? This one hasn't got hatchets.
This appears to have a short sword and a dagger.
It's got 2 again. Okay, I'm going to try to disarm the short sword now. So let's try that. 23. Oh no, hang on. This is athletics, not the regular attack, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is your reflex. So the 23 will match his.
Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's my reflex skill here on this time.
It's whatever your athletics.
My
is.
athletics, I thought, yes, athletics. Yeah, which is still that's exactly what I read out.
Ooh, so yeah, that works.
Brilliant, 24. Okay, so the long sword short sword, sorry, is on the floor, and the dagger is within their hand.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and trip him up. I'm going to try and trip him up now.
Okay.
So that that's on the ground, and a trip is a regular attack, isn't it? But with
it's
the
still a
attack penalty.
Still a. I got it up. Nope, not that one. Trip. So yeah, you tried to knock them down. It's an athletics check. So with a -5.
-5 to the athletics skill. Okay. Yeah, no problem. So it's still +7. Does a 26 hit? 26
will succeed. Yes.
Yeah, 19 on the dice. Big
Nicely
rolls.
done. So he is on the ground.
Yeah, 1 weapon out of his hand and on the ground. Right, Zonk, you go get him. And that is Bruce. That's a Bruce for a move, a disarm, and a trip.
Yeah. So he, on his turn, picks up the short sword as he stands up, and will just stab you because that's all he can do.
Oh, so I don't get. Do I have to have a special feat to attack on their way standing?
You don't have. Yeah, you don't have attack of opportunity built in
it's
anymore.
It's not an auto thing. No, I didn't think. I was because I know it isn't for enemies, but you know how there's always separate rules for heroes. And you think, yeah, maybe heroes just have it by default. Okay, so he's going to hit me with his
short sword.
Oh, come on, a card already.
So in response to your 19 on the dice, he got an 18 on the dice. Which has its lucky it's not bludgeoning, because that would be a lot of d6. So he does get a +2 bonus to his AC until the end of his next turn.
Okay, so that's all the way through that's through my round as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, do you want to?
Could have been a lot worse.
I mean, luckily you're not being flanked anymore.
Yeah, I did want to get out of there.
Because otherwise this would be 8d6.
Yeah.
So that's 15 plus 8. So that is 23 points of damage, however, in response.
Oh, straight to you guys. They're kicking the crap out of me.
Try and take me down. And just stabs you in sort of just the side of your leg as he comes up and just viciously tries to sort of ham you. That is his turn.
Really hurt.
And then, yeah. It is then Bandit 2's turn. They're dead. It is then Takio's turn. They just sort of, some blood just splutters up from their sort of missing half of their head. So what would Takio like to do?
Well, I think at this point I have a general idea that there's a person in that, with the bit that Bruce was in.
Oh, you can see them, yeah.
Okay.
They will get a bit of a cover bonus, because you can't get a perfect shot on them.
Okay. Well, I've got some oil, so can I just kind of like throw it over the bushes and then set them on fire or something?
Yes. Mechanically is a bit of a weird one. There's not really.
Would it help my fire bombs at all? Or...
So you must use oil to fuel lanterns, but you can also set a pint of oil aflame and throw it. You must first spend an interact action preparing the oil, then throw it with another action as a ranged attack. If you hit, it splatters on the creature or on a 4-foot square you target. You must succeed at a DC 10 flat check for the oil to ignite successfully when hit. So you can do this in reverse, but there will still then be a DC 10 you've got to beat. So you need to lob it, hit them, and then your bomb after that. If your bomb hits, you then need to do the DC 10 flat check. But yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Okie dokie.
Give it a go. Got 19 on the dice.
So yeah, that will hit them. As sort of just hear this cry. As just so you just hear a smash.
Then a 2 on the dice. It was a 20, wasn't it? A D20.
What, to hit her with the bomb?
For the next bit.
Oh no! You have to hit her with the bomb to then do the flat check.
Okay. So yeah, I got a 2.
Okay, so unfortunately that will miss. However, as she'll take 2 splash damage, I will allow you a DC 15 flat check to see if that does ignite, because there is still that splash damage.
What dice is that?
D20 again, 15 or better.
Got 20.
Cool. So that will then do an additional D6 points of damage.
That's a 5 on the dice.
Nice. So yeah. So it burns up pretty quickly though, from the looks of things, because it's not a persistent thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everyone would just be a walking alchemist. Just every round, just lob a bomb, then shoot them with an arrow. Cool.
Okay.
I mean, always fun to try something different. After that, we then have Andrus, the indomitable force of doom.
So here's what I'm going to do. Let's have a look. What have I left in my spell slots? I'm going to stroll up to this woman with her 2 hatchets, and whilst I'm doing that, there's blood.
She's only got
on my
one
wall.
hatchet. Don't exaggerate.
Oh well, you know. All right, one
Bruce stole one.
As I stroll up to her, I'm going to do a demoralize action. I'm going to say, "Do you wish to end up like your friend?"
She mostly screams back at you in burning flesh. Ah! Being a flame.
And I will attempt to intimidate her.
Yep.
As a demoralize action, so it's against her will, according to this.
It is.
And I'll let you figure out if there's any bonuses because she is on fire and because she just saw her friend get pulverized. But skills, intimidation. Okay. 19 plus 4 is 23 against her will.
Yeah, that will succeed.
Is it a critical success?
It
or
is
normal?
not. No, so she is frightened 1.
Frightened 1. Yeah. And then I'm going to swing at her. If she clearly she's just standing there. She's not like reacting or
no.
She just looks scared. Okay, then I'm going to swing at her. How dare you stand there and just let me shout at you? Okay, right. I am rolling. Ooh, 17.
Yeah, that will hit.
Plus 12. Yep, okie dokie. That's 29, isn't it? Yeah. Is that critical or
It
normal?
is not a critical success.
Damn, so it's still 2d12. Is that one? Cool.
Yep.
2d12 plus 4.
Still potential for 28 points of damage on a normal roll. Unless you're rolling
I only got 10.
one.
That's
14 in total.
10 plus 4, yeah.
Yep. She didn't enjoy
But
that.
she frightened.
She is frightened. Yeah. It's if there was many other checks or DCs she might have to do something. At the moment, not so much. We then have Zonk.
I'm going to walk up and do my twin feint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, can't make him flat-footed against you, but
Yes, she isn't flat-footed if I'm hidden, undetected, or flanking, but other ways of being flat-footed.
oh yes, no, that's true. Sorry.
For instance, if she was still down on the ground, prone, then she would
that would
be
still work.
flat-footed.
Yeah.
So the first attack is from a rapier, is not flat-footed. That's a 22.
Normally that would hit. Unfortunately, at the moment, it does not.
And then the second one is flat-footed.
Mhm.
It's a 19 on the dice, so that's 28.
That will hit.
Okay. So that is 7, 13, 16 points of damage.
Nice.
Ha ha ha.
Looking a little bit injured.
Denied this.
Very nice.
Yeah. Oh, nice one. And can we check? Was that? I thought that card was just against me. Extra 80 against me. Was it also? Was it
It's
all attacks?
Plus A2, plus 2 AC until their next turn.
Ah, I thought it was directed at me,
No.
like a parrying my strikes. That is
No,
that's
sadly
really
not.
strong,
It's
isn't
pretty
it?
good,
That's a
yeah.
really good one.
So
I don't think we've seen a crit like that before.
we haven't seen. No, I mean there's quite a few. I think there's 50 cards in each deck, so there's quite a few that we haven't. I mean, we haven't seen the beheading one. I don't think yet.
Yeah, that's because there isn't a beheading one. No one wants to see that because it
you
could
do-
work against us.
Yeah, that's
why.
the main one. You want it not against you. Oh no, we have had it. It just wasn't the one. It was because it was bludgeoning rather than slashing or piercing. So that was
Right.
why. Does a 24 hit Andrus from the bandit in front with her little hatchet?
It does, cheeky mare.
She deals 12 points of damage.
Ow.
And
That's
then
not nice.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh.
She uses the rest of her actions to get to there. Bruce.
Right. God damn. Right. Well, this is. If I can, all we wanted was a drink, and then here you are. What are your motives, shitbags?
Well, mostly liberating people's items from drunks, but yes.
Yeah, I can see that. So, what's Bruce got? I think he's gonna. No. He's gonna try to trip the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's. What weapons is this one? Is this with the two?
This is the one with the
now,
one
this first
hatchet,
one.
yeah.
Right, let's try and disarm them with first.
Yeah.
So let's continue as we have been. So, gonna try to disarm. This plus 12. There's 21 on the disarm.
That'll work.
Nice.
Yeah, it will. Just
So that
she
goes.
is unarmed.
Their weapon goes flying 50 feet.
Straight into the ground.
50 feet into the ground. It's straight down. and then he'll attack with his claws. So he's got razor claws. So let's take 5 off that. Let's see what we got. No, that's no good. That is a 10 in total. That's bad news, isn't it? That's bad news, Bears. How bad news? Yeah, that much.
But it's that bad. Yeah. What does it say? It's being very weird with stretching.
That was a 2 on the dice. That was rubbish.
So, in the melee, you are flat-footed until your next turn. So, disarming her sort of didn't work.
Yeah.
Because just darn.
Okay.
You still have 1 attack remaining.
Yeah. I'm going to move next to my buddy, my pal Andrus. Oh, Andrus. And I come there and I'm limping. I'm all beat up. I'm not all the way bad, but yeah. Andrus, they beat me up, Andrus. They beat me up.
He then uses reaction to follow you.
Oh, come on!
You're flat-footed. He wants the benefit.
For a ranged character to have to use all of his rubbishy...
They're
not rubbish, actually. They're not rubbish. He's got a whip and he's got some claws.
Don't like lizards. Given the fact that you're flat-footed, your AC is -2 currently. Does a 20 hit you?
Bang on the nose.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, not too much. 19 points of damage.
He's fine. He's absolutely fine. Andrus, don't want Andrus to get worried about him. But okay. Bruce is absolutely fine.
So the second attack comes in.
No, he's
the second attack will miss.
Phew.
The final attack, because you're flat-footed, you're the best one. Rolled off a 20 onto a 16, which is still not enough to hit you, even with flat-footed.
Lucky.
Not by much, though.
Lucky.
No, that would hit. He's an agile weapon.
Oh, no.
Because it's +4, not... but, sorry. Full sense of security there. That's 17 points of damage.
Yeah, he's really quite poorly. So...
drunk and disorderly.
Yeah. So what's the max of what happens when you go below 0? Just asking for a friend.
You drop to the ground and you start bleeding out quite severely.
Yeah, that's the kind of poorly that Bruce is.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So you are now. So we'll move to the same place you are because you move in the initiative order to before the thing that put you down.
Do I need to keep track of how much minus I am?
No,
or am
because the joy of this, you are dying 1. There's no
dying
minus con
0.
anymore. So
I'm at 0 on 0 hit points and dying 1.
You just look and you just see. As he just sort of just pulls you to the ground with the fire
and just this bandito just beats him down.
After that, we have Takeo. You can see your friend Bruce isn't having a good day. Well, he was.
Didn't I pick up heal? Hold on.
Battle medicine?
No, I think I picked up
he's got a heal potion on him.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I?
It'll take 2 actions to draw it as an interact and then manipulate it to, force it down dying Bruce's throat.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Do you know what?
And then,
is it a minor healing potion, moderate?
I don't know where I've written it down.
I think I had it written down.
Yeah, I put it.
I think it's a lesser, if anything. It won't be
I think
moderate.
it was a lesser.
So that'll be 2d8 plus 5 because you got them quite recently as in a dungeon as opposed to at the shop.
Wait, which dice? That is the
2d8 plus 5. The weird octahedron.
Okay, I got 6 and an 8.
19.
Yeah.
Nice. 19. You are now at wounded 1, Bruce. But you are conscious. Let's just hope he doesn't attack or anything before your next turn.
My last.
Yeah.
Have I got? Yeah. I think I'll just hit him with my.
Go for it.
Thing.
So we said 19 hit points.
You are on 19.
That's a good amount.
It's better than what you were on, yeah.
I got a 7. So.
7.
Yeah.
Plus 11, I assume, because it's your first
so, yeah.
attack. So unfortunately misses, but luckily not 7 in total, because that would be quite dramatic and bad for you. After that, we do have Andrus. This foe is stood in front of you.
I'm not going to muck around here. I'm going to do a level 2 2-action heal onto Bruce.
Yeah.
So it's 2d8 plus 16, isn't it?
It is.
Yep. And that's 2 4s, so another 8 on top of that.
So 16
So,
healing.
8, 16, yep.
Oh,
What's that?
8 plus 16.
24.
Yeah, sorry.
24 hit points. And then I'm going to use my my now blessed weapon to strike this foe in the face. So
Negative energy damage from the heal, I think, right?
Yeah. Alright. So it's plus 13 because I've still got heroism active.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
How long does that last for?
Actually, yeah. Let me check because I did roll an 18.
I think 1 minute.
Yeah, I'm going to assume it's a combat, because otherwise it's a useless spell.
Yeah.
So
10 minutes.
That will be a hit, and it will also, because the other ability, and he can't take any more reactions, it will be a critical success.
You're joking.
Well, no.
The second critical success in this. Oh my goodness.
So, the target is stupefied 3 until heal.
Oh, tell us all about stupefied. What is that?
Yeah, what does this do?
He's fecked. That's what that does. So, take a status penalty equal to the value to checks and DCs based on basically any spell that would, if he tried to cast it, he'd probably fail. Or if you had a thing that did any form of will save or any charisma based thing. So he's not quite as diplomatic as he was a moment ago.
He's about to have his brains on the floor, so...
Quite probably.
Oh my god, I can't believe this. Okay.
4d12 plus 2d6 plus 8. A lot of math for you, which is always good.
A lot of math here. So we got 10.
14, 20, so 30 plus 8, 38.
I think so, yeah.
Is that a 9
10,
or 6?
That's a 9.
Oh, so that's
22.
22.
2 sevens,
32, 38,
9.
40.
There you go. 40 damage.
Ooh-wee! Dice cam really coming through there. That was
He's
lush.
still standing.
Jeez.
Is he?
Way.
Oh my goodness. How is he still standing from that? He took that square in the face.
He's currently too stupid to die.
Sounds he's about to be punished for it.
That's a proper Bond villain, that is.
After that is Zonk.
So, as I see that Andrews has that taken care of, I'm going to focus on the last remaining bandit.
Yeah.
I'm going to do my twin feint again.
Seems fair.
So first the rapier. Oh, that's a natural 1, isn't it?
So a lot of both ends. We're getting a lot of cards out in this session, so we didn't get quite enough in the last one. Okay. Nothing happens. You got lucky, as your weapon is not bludgeoning, so you do not...
lucky!
You do not
and then
become
the sickle.
stunned.
That's a +9, and she's flat-footed now against me. Oh, no, reroll that. Oh, natural 20. Oh my god. That's awesome.
Oh my god!
So got away with a fumble into a crit. So it's piercing, I assure, or is it slashing?
It is slashing.
Slashing. So normal damage, but the target takes 1d4 persistent bleed. The DC of the flat check to remove this is 5 higher than normal. So what? It's a natural 20.
Wow.
Okay. And also, I have this critical specialization that kicks in because it's flat-footed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with the sickle 1d6 persistent bleed damage.
Cool. I don't think they stack is the only thing.
Okay.
Um,
I think it's even with the cards that we have to choose either the card or the critical specialization effect. So I'll go with the 1d6.
yeah. Oh no,
okay.
you can be simultaneously affected by multiple persistent damage conditions. Oh, so long as they have different damage types.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, you can roll a d4 and a d6 and take whichever rolls better. Because it would override the better damage.
14. Wow. 14 plus 18 is 32 points of damage.
It's sort of irrelevant as sort of you've just sort of decapitated her or slashed her jugular. However, Zonk would, finish off this poor woman who was just trying to make a living in his hard knock life. 15 children to feed.
15 children.
She hadn't made good life choices, let's say. That's what's led her to this road. Now Timmy's not going to get that chicken. Okay, yeah.
Take this one alive, Bruce. We'll get her arrested.
She can join the circus.
After that, we are then round to the dead bandit. We then have Bruce, who is lying on the floor, who again is suffering serious psychological trauma from being very dead to very alive in a matter of seconds.
Oh, what the crap is going on here? This is the worst pub trip. Oh, I'm not going to pub with you guys again. This has been pretty rubbish, this ride home. Yeah, trying to help a guy. Right, right, you, Trevor, you're dead. So I'll stand up.
Yep.
And take a step back and stand up and take a step back behind Andrus, all-powerful Andrus.
Mm-hmm.
And I will... what weapons are in his hands?
Both of them, a short sword and a dagger.
Okay. So let's draw my. Yeah, got the whip. I'll draw my hatchet. And have I got a hatchet? Oh no, that was. No, I do not have a hatchet. I've got a dagger, so I draw my dagger.
Yeah.
Do I still have an action left? Do I?
Yeah.
Get up and move.
No, you stood up, moved, and drew a dagger. So if you stayed next to him, you'd still be able to attack.
Yeah. So you know what, I'll leave that dagger in my pocket, and I'm going to try and trip him up. Let's try and trip him up.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's capture him alive and get him arrested.
Yeah. That is a 24.
24 will work.
Okay, and that is Bruce. So this one's lying on the floor now.
It is his turn. He stands up, fuck this shit, and starts to run. And we'll use 2 actions to peg it. Because you can literally just see a trail of blood. Narratively speaking, he's not bleeding. But as he literally runs. So the map is going to become sort of pointless as we start to disappear off the edge of it. He is... let's see where he would have got to. So he is 5 foot... He's another square off the map currently. So just for the sake of things making sense, there we go. He is right at the edge currently. After that, we have Takeo.
Guess I'll just pursue him then.
Yeah.
How close can I get to him?
So you can get right up to next to him. It will take 2 actions to do so.
Okay, that's fine. Then I'll just hit him.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4 on the dice.
Unfortunately, that will miss. It won't critically fail with your bonus, but it will miss. We then have Andrus.
I'm going to do the same. I'll pursue him, and then I'll try and tackle him to the ground, if possible.
Yeah, what's your movement?
I'll just check. Where would I find my
25 foot, but are you
25
wearing,
feet?
You're just wearing medium armour still, aren't you? You're not wearing heavy yet.
I think so. Defense.
I don't know what
I've just got a breastplate on, so
Oh, cool. You're fine. Yep.
Yep. And I'd like to try and tackle him to the ground, if possible.
Okay. So yeah, you want to do a sort of a grapple. So need a athletics check, please.
Sure. You'll answer to the law of this town. Oh, 17 plus 11 on my athletics.
He's grabbed.
Oh, yes. Some rope, quickly.
After that, it is then Zonk.
So I'm going to move towards here. That's 2 actions for me.
It is, yep.
And then I'm going to, you have to pull out the rope.
Yep.
That's my rounds.
Cool. After that, it is then Bruce. Is Bruce feeling like the law needs to be involved, or is he going to deal out jungle justice? He's muted. The silence.
Do you still have non-lethal attacks in 2E?
Can
I knock him unconscious rather than with my? If I hit him with my claws, can I put him unconscious rather than kill him?
So we've not tried. So yes, there is non-lethal damage. You can make a non-lethal attack in an effort to knock someone out instead of killing them. Weapons, but you have to have a non-lethal trait weapon, which does include fist. Do this automatically, or take a -2 penalty when making a non-lethal attack using a weapon that doesn't have it.
No, we're good. I've got a whip. A whip is a non-lethal weapon, so let's try and knock him out with a whip. So he's on the floor. Has Andrus grappled him?
He's grabbed by Andrus. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll give him a boot to the stomach. Then that's what I'll do. Is I'll just give him a boot to the stomach. So am I rolling an attack of the equivalent bonus of anything else I've got, and then a strength-based attack roll? It's more flavour. It's more flavour than anything. This is more of a flavour thing. Just give it a boot.
It will work. So it'll be. I can't find your sheet. So yes, it will be at a plus 13.
Yeah. Yes, we got 19.
So yeah, you will critically succeed at hitting him.
Yep.
Which could be funny. He's slowed, so he's slightly slow, but damage will be roll me. No, that'll be enough with your bonus to knock him out.
Yeah, wonderful.
Cool.
Oh, you shitbag. Take this boot.
So I assume you spend some time tying him up. He doesn't respond. He's unconscious.
I'm a bit curious at what our plan is, because 4 drunkards dragging in some poor man tied up. It's gonna...
In the middle of the night.
Yeah.
You see, dear Tepio. This man will bring us favour with the constable when we hand him in, you see. Getting us further favour in this town.
Just foresee you turning up outside the court. Oi, Baldwin!
One less vagabond for this town to deal with, and we've meted justice.
So,
This will bring good favour with the constable. In fact, let's check the pockets of these other vagabonds and remove whatever they had. This
Yeah,
will
I
serve our
just want to
purpose
say
finally.
that I was about to check the pockets as well. Yes.
yeah. So
That's a good idea.
in terms of him, there is in terms of on them, there doesn't appear to be anything other than a sort of a slip of paper on one of the females that appears to be in some kind of code. It's just gibberish. It's not even. It's not written. It's not written in any language. Yes, but I don't know if any of you have.
Society, I'm trained.
Ah, you are trained. That's all right then.
Not really that high of a bonus though.
So it must be in a language you can read.
Okay, yes. I goblins and reading. Let's see.
Can you read?
Yes, I can read. I can read common and goblin. I can't really read goblin because goblins don't really write.
No. So to decipher this, you'd need to be an expert anyway.
Okay. No.
Because any cipher or code, you're required expert as a base thing.
Keep it with you. Maybe the constable, in return for getting this vagabond, can put her ciphers onto it.
I mean, there's no reason you can't keep hold of it. And sort of wait until you're able to. Or find someone that has the ability to attempt to. We're really sort of picking out all of the random rules that we haven't used yet this evening, which is good.
Okay.
So, how to happen?
Is there anything that you wish to inspect? The bandits, the other two females, they literally had their hatchets and a sling. They weren't carrying anything else of worthy note, other than they were wearing basic studded leather armour.
Any coin pouches? Any vials?
No, literally nothing other than that they were carrying.
Wow. They're
clearly travelling light and trying to travel quiet.
And no gang signs or something like that, bandanas or
no,
tattoos?
There's nothing that is identifiable marks. It would appear they are just sort of local bandits. I mean, the other might provide some more info. Do you wish to sort of peruse the one you're taking back, or are you taking him back as he is?
No, I'll pat him down for any hidden weapons or anything like that. He won't. He'll basically be in his underwear by the time I'm finished with him.
There's nothing hidden in any pouches. What you do notice is the armour looks pretty high quality, and both of the weapons he was they're now dropped on the floor where he's unconscious in front of him, but they both seem to be of a rather striking quality.
Okay, so I will. So while he's unconscious, I will. This sounds a bit strange, live on air. But I will remove the nice-looking armor because I feel like this will benefit our cause.
Yeah.
Remove the nice-looking armor, leaving him in his underrobes or whatever he has, undergarments, whatever he's on, and the two weapons as well. Make sure they're well far away from him. Recheck that he's secured, and then I'd like to examine these weapons and armor to check what they're.
So this is going to take you half an hour to do, as it's 10 minutes per item.
Okay. So what we'll do is he'll probably come too. We'll take him back to our camp, and then I'll inspect them there.
Are there any footprints to the hideout or anything like that?
You could do a survival check.
Would Bruce be a bit better at that one?
Yeah, I think I just need to sleep it off. If I'm honest, Takeo, I'm not interested. I don't want to find any more of these guys. If there's a hideout, there'll be more of them. I think if we leave some sort of a marker to pick this up in the morning, maybe. But I don't know. Let's take this guy back to the circus and tie him up, and we can do the rest tomorrow. I've just had the worst time, Takeo.
I've had an idea for a new side exhibit. We could throw rotten vegetables at him. Tie him up in a.
Put his head on the pike out the front. You never know.
No, he's going to be our ticket to gaining a little bit more happiness with the constable.
Nice. I like that plan.
Well, so you believe when you are going to head back with just this random undressed man who you have clearly bloodied, beaten.
Don't listen to his lies. He's a vagabond.
Which might or might not be a relative of Seth.
Terence, what have you been doing? Not again. There's always one in the family. So yeah. If you it takes you about half an hour to head back. It is now coming up to about 1 a.m. Sort of, or just after 1 a.m. So you're going to have a nice sort of lie-in to sort of recover from this. So you wanted to do some checks on the items.
Yeah, over breakfast, I'll sit down next to
if you have some, if you do some checks now, you can then do them again.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah, we'll do them before bed and then afterwards, or whatever.
Do we replenish everything and heal up, or
you will? We'll do. Yeah, we'll deal with that as well.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, what would you like me to roll for first?
Arcana checks, please. Whichever one you want to do.
Let's do the armor first, shall we?
Yep.
Let me put the dice cam on. Remember, premium subscribers get access to the dice cam.
So
they don't.
Currently no.
There is no.
I could put it on the screen, but that would require effort.
Look at that.
19, so 28.
Yeah.
So you recognise this as a +1 glamour studded leather armour.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. +1 glamour. Studded
now
leather.
that is something you've got to tell us all about the glamour.
So,
what does the glamour do, boss?
Is that copper in the background attacking things?
Yeah, let me get rid of
that. So what it allows you to do is for a single activation, you can change the shape and appearance of this armor to appear as ordinary or fine clothing of your imagining. It does not change the armor statistics. Only a creature that is benefiting from true seeing or similar effect can attempt to disbelieve this illusion with a DC of 25.
Wow.
And what kind of armor is it?
+1 leather? Studded leather.
Solid leather.
Yeah. It's like Zonk's dream armor currently.
That's cool, isn't it?
It's like the last 2 sessions has been like. It's like.
Hey, she's got a cloak as well. Yeah.
It's like Zonk's birthday or something like that.
Well, no, we just changed the game to Item Finder. So then, short sword will. Well, the dagger you don't need to. It is a +1 dagger. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sword I will need you to.
That's a 14 plus my Arcana, which is.
It is a +1 striking short sword. Short sword. Sorry.
Short sword.
Short sword. So it's a 2d6 short sword.
Okay. 2d6 short sword. And a +1 dagger. So we've got a +1 dagger, Bruce. If that, because you currently have a dagger, don't you?
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure about these daggers. What did you? But I might be pretty good with a sword.
Yeah, it was a +1 striking sword. I think you said.
Yep.
Is that right?
+1 striking
short
sword. Right, I'm going to have to stash some of these weapons back at the caravan because I'm carrying far too many of these things.
Oh no, we are back. We're back, and we're
then
this is the night time, isn't it? Is that right? We're back at the camp.
Basically, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, yep. I will stash a few of these, and I think I will take the striking short sword.
Okay. So you'll take that. You did have a dagger, didn't you? Dagger. Just so if we need to sell something at the town, we've got a list of what we can get rid of. Dagger. And Tekio, would you like this +1 dagger? Or are you happy with what you've got?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, what did you have originally?
Arms to the teeth.
Was it a sickle or something? I can't remember.
No, I have a Tengu weapon. It's a
Tengu weapon. Okay, you'll probably want to hang on to that anyway, won't you?
yeah.
Okay, so you take the +1 dagger. Cool. Okay.
So yeah. So
That's really cool.
where have you dumped this guy?
So
Who's
he
still
will be
unconscious.
Yeah, he will be tied to my tent pole under my personal care.
Cool.
As a man of the law, he's not getting away with this. So
No, that's fine. So I assume sort of everyone heads to bed.
So I get the armor, or
yeah, that's fine by me. Is that fine with you, Bruce? Because you're the only secondary person that might be interested in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Cool.
I am.
Yeah.
You know, so there's one set of armor from the bandits that we looted. I currently have leather armor, 22.
me too. Yeah.
So at the earliest opportunity, we'll try and get something better for Bruce.
Sure.
But that's the one with the glamour is ideal zonk material.
Yeah, especially if he's up front lining, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just
Cool.
Bruce seems to have got into melee a few more times than is comfortable.
Guys,
Well,
I will be keeping this vagrant in my tent tied to the pole. However, if you wouldn't mind taking a turn to keep an eye on him at some point during the night, just in case he tries to break loose, and that means that then I will be able to sleep and get some rest as well. That would be most appreciated.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I'll. You wake me up when it's my turn. We got plenty of time tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you all. So we'll take turns to watch him. Just so you know.
Okay, I'll take a turn as well.
Cool.
Takio's long gone by this point.
I knew it.
Do you administer any healing? Because you're currently just leaving him on 0 hit points.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do a couple level 1 heals on him. So
One rough bump in the night and he's dead. And then you've got
so just
corpse.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? Just two level 1, 2 charge 2 heals. So that'd be
Cool.
2d8, 2 8s.
Yeah, 2d8 plus 16.
I won't heal him too much because I want him to limp. But yeah.
Right. Well, let's get a good night's sleep then.
Okay.
Yes. I'll give you a shout when it's the turn to guard this vagabond.
Right.
Okay.
And so Bruce goes off to bed. That's him.
So he's healed up slightly in sort of groggily, sort of half awake in the tent. And is just talking to you, Andrus. What are you going to do then with me?
It's not what I will do with you, it's what the law will do with you.
Oh, it's going to be an interesting story. Beaten, bloodied, man in rags, brought in for nothing. God, I don't know. How are you going to swing this one with the law? Just assaulting poor people on their travels?
Is that so? You don't think that pilferers and cut purses will be found out in the end, do you?
I don't know, I'm quite good with words. Got you to follow me along.
And I cast, because this is still at night, isn't it?
Yep.
I cast silence in this area.
Okay.
Good with words. How about now? Try now.
You're also silent if you're in the area.
Am I? Okay.
It depends
fine.
on the range of the spell. Just the
Yeah.
you're just shouting at him silently. So how long do you sort of wait until you're going to go and get the next guy?
I will. It's been silenced for a minute. So it's nice and quiet.
Oh, it's a touch range, yeah. I was thinking of Silent Hill First Edition.
Yeah, so did I. But it's it's
Oh no,
completely
you
different
can.
now,
If you
isn't it?
heighten it, it does then become a 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So you go off to get the next individual.
Yeah, not too long, but long enough to feel refreshed. So probably about 4 or 5 hours is probably enough.
Yeah.
No, well, let's say 3 to 4 hours, and then it gives enough time for the next person to take watch, and I can have some sleep, and then the next person can obviously get some sleep down as well. So we all get about 6 hours worth of sleep, 6-7 hours worth.
Yeah. So who do you go to wake up?
I will go to Bruce first of all.
What's your thievery DC, Zonk?
My thievery.
Yes. What's your thievery bonus?
Plus 11.
Plus 11. Okay.
So it's 21.
Yeah. So Andrus goes off to get Bruce, and when you come back, the only thing on the floor are some ropes.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
And the dagger that no one took, did you just leave that in the tent, or have you put it?
Oh,
I think I took that.
He actually took it, so there wasn't anything of value in my tent.
No,
luckily.
That's fine. So you've still got all of your items on you.
Thank God for that.
Okay. So there's just no hide or hair of him, but he seems to have been able to break out. It mostly looks like he's managed to just pull, and possibly has been doing it for a while, and just literally has managed to just yank the bonds undone.
I turn to you, Bruce. Well, this is a fine outcome. It just means that next time he won't have a head left.
Oh, you wake me up for this bullshit. Andrus, yeah, you do your beheading on your own dime. For now, let me just go and get some sleep. I'm feeling rough as a badger's behind. Right, I'll see you in the morning.
Don't wish to track him?
Not at the. What time are we in the morning?
It's it's about 4 in the morning.
It's a pretty fucking horrible time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go tracking him, and even if let's just say he's got off into the city, a person of disguise like that, I don't think we're going to see him again.
You stole his good item of disguise.
So I look indifferent about it, but my tail's flicking like a cat. Like I'm clearly annoyed at this outcome, but it's betraying me.
No, that's fine. So Andrus now needs to sleep until midday. Everyone else, you sort of about 9 o'clock in the morning, you can sort of rise and begin your day. But Andrus, unless you wish to be sort of fatigued for the day, or even potentially sort of beyond that, from having a proper party night and then having a lot of mostly just about clinging to life against the Barghast, still all in the same day, dealing with a bandit.
No, I will sleep till midday if these lot will let me.
So yeah, 9 o'clock comes round. For those of you that can get up, is there anything you wish to do in the morning? Or who is the first up, actually?
I think that'd be me.
Okay. So, Takeo, as soon as you come out of your tent, there's the professor stood there. Got back a bit late, a bit loud. Everything okay?
Yeah, there was a guy, but I don't know. I haven't seen him.
Yes. Some of the other, just so you know, some of the other performers aren't particularly happy that you sort of left the circus to be set up by others and sort of haven't made sure the area's protected, and they're a bit nervous. There's been some weird noises from the forest in the night. A couple of them noticed you come back absolutely stonking drunk, and it might be nice to invite others off on a bit of a jaunt like that. They might enjoy a bit of drunken tomfoolery from time to time.
Well, I'm sure they do it in their own time, and we'll get right onto that. The sounds in the night. Are you sure it wasn't just my snort? I have...
No. It was before you came back. It's been since nightfall. There's been odd noises. One of them was cutting down wood. There was chittering sounds and other eerie, ethereal sort of noises coming from deeper in. So they've sort of left it, really. They've only done what's necessary on the edge.
Did you say ethereal?
Yes, but I don't, in terms of it being weird and sort of odd noises I'm not used to, I don't know if it's a ghost or whatnot. Just the only word I know to describe that sort of noise.
I'll wake the others.
Right, very good. I'm going to go make sure that things are being sorted. As you can see, the tent's not even up yet. How long have we got till the show?
I don't know. Ask Bruce, he knows.
Right, okay. I'll go find him. And sort of he totters off and leaves you sort of stood there. You know that you had up to 2 weeks in which to do the show.
Okay.
You would know that.
I think at this point I'll be cursing under my breath about another one of those bargasts again. And I'll probably go wake everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe not Andrus, but everyone else.
That's fine. So yeah, the others sort of you go and wake them if they're not already awake.
Scary noises, we gotta go.
Right then, what's this about? Some stupid ghost story? Are they just winding you up, or is there something, or is there more to this?
Who knows? But let's make up our drunken night to everyone. No, they might not be too happy if we ignore this.
Okay, well, let's do our chores first then. Let's do our share of setting up. And so Bruce will start setting up the bar area. It involves lifting some heavy kegs and, moving, generally trying to pull his weight and do their share of setting up the gambling area with Dolus and the bar. The bar takes precedence. He tries to set up the bar.
That's fair.
Yeah, Zonk, if there's nothing really pressing at the moment about setting up camp, then Zonk is going quickly into town to sell some things like the leather armor and his thieves' tools, because last time I got better thieves' tools.
Yep. Yeah.
And also, I'm going to spend some time each day to retrain a skill.
Nice.
That's fair.
Nice.
So that's about a week of downtime. So I don't know how it will play out with doing it while not downtime.
That's fair. Cool. So, don't forget, on Moon Day, the 19th of Erastus, you do owe Jake and Gerald a beer. Just, cool. So, very quickly you head into town and sort of go and find a merchant. Obviously, the place you went to before, the Emporium, was more of magical wares and things like that. But, I mean, by the time you get into town, it's about 10:30, and sort of most things are in full swing. If you enter through the northern gate, you'd need to head sort of about the centre and then head east to start to find sort of the Mystic District, the Market District. So I assume that's where you head. It's the same. You'd know where it is because it's the same point that you originally came into the city. So yeah, quite quickly you sort of arrive in sort of more open market area. Lots of different stalls.
I'm going to look for like a general store, something where they buy anything of regular stuff.
Yeah.
I think.
Do a perception or society, whichever one you want to do to try and
Society 26.
Yeah, quite quickly you manage to find an individual who, Percy's Pawns, that's what you want. He'll buy any cold crap. And yeah, quite quickly they sort of just point you down that way, just off to the corner. And yeah, it's sort of only a couple of 100 feet from where you are.
Okay, so I go in there. And
it's literally as part of the market stall. It is sort of just like a Sunday market style sort of thing. Just loads of different stalls everywhere, selling everything from fish to cloth to sort of everything in between. There is then sort of a stand itself that looks like it's mostly just holding itself up under the sheer amount of crap that is piled up underneath different parts of the thing, hanging from things. There's everything from pots to sort of little weird vials, through to like random bits of armour. Not complete sets of armour, but like a pauldron here, a gauntlet there, and then sort of a few simple looking swords, a few books. There's literally anything that you think could be there. Maybe there's a little what looks like golden but is sort of quite dimmed in colour brooch on the side. There is a elderly looking individual, sort of thinning grey hair around the sides, almost completely gone on top. A few sort of wisping whiskers on his chin, but not enough to call it a beard, and clearly quite hunched over from sort of working at this stall for however long he's had it.
Hi there. I've got some things to sell if you are into buying.
Oh, I like to buy, yes. Oh, hello, little one. What have you got for me? Have you got a nice little tin can?
Tin cans? No, sorry, I don't have tin cans. I've got these though, and I lay down my thief stools.
Oh, they're a bit of a hot item, I guess. What would one use these for? They're not something I recognise. I've got to know what I'm going to sell. How would I sell this to someone?
Well, I don't know. When I bought these, the merchant told me that they were toothpicks. But then somebody told me that these were used to open locks. So I guess, because I don't have locks, I don't have a home, I guess you can sell them to people who tend to lose their keys.
Oh, there's Larry the locksmith. There's a lot of people with names that meet what they own. I can sell him to him, I guess. Yes. Yeah. Well, little one, I'll give you a golden half for those.
Okay, thanks. And I have this piece of leather armor. Fits for a halfling.
Not a king, then that'd have been a better selling point if it was fit for a king. Fit for a halfling's a bit of a weird tagline, but I can work with it, I guess. Armour for the smaller fellow, I guess.
Okay. So fit for a half king.
Okay? Excellent. Yes.
Better? Okay.
Half the king, all the kingdom. Yes, I can give you. Did you say it was simple leather, not studded or anything?
Yeah, it's simple leather. Yeah.
Okay, that'll be a gold for that as well. So 2.5 gold so far.
Okay, nice.
Anything I can interest you in? I do like a bit of bartering. Got some lovely cloth here. No, don't want some silk for a lady. How about a vase? Ladies love vases.
No.
This book on inner sea history of the last 50 years. It's quite new.
No, not really interested in books. Do you have rope here? Do you have special rope?
I do. Well, I mean, it's special in that it's got a story. Once owned by a sailor. Sailor drowned, but the rope mysteriously floated back to shore, I believe, is the tale.
Okay. What's it worth?
Oh, God. To you, I will sell it for an amount that I'm just about to find out, because I'm trying to calculate the value of my rope. It's quite 5 silver pieces it will be to you.
5 silver pieces.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that one. So it's floated back up. So
It's literally
it
just
might
50
help
foot of rope.
swim. Okay, nice.
He just likes to tell tales, bless him. So yeah, that would give you 2 gold if there's nothing else to sell.
Nope. That's it. And then I'm going to browse his wares a bit politely, and then I'm going to go back to the camp.
Yeah. Do you wish to do a perception check, or are you just fake looking, see if anything catches your eye, or?
Yeah, no, I'm not really interested in buying something. No. So I'm going to fake
That's
fake
fine.
browse and then go home.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah. As you can see, there's some really good sticks. I've got some weird shaped sticks. Don't know what they do, but people seem to like looking at them. There's a few little bottles there. You know, people like things in bottles. But yeah, if that's all, here's your 2 gold, and thank you for doing business.
Yes,
I've
bye.
been Percy. And he just sort of waves you off quite quickly, as then just sort of trying to enamour the attention of anyone else. Oh, yes, sir, yes, I could totally get that for you. This book, absolutely. Total worth the weight in gold. Almost, I guess. And just sort of you just hear him pittering off, trying to still sell this weird history of 50 years of the local inner sea. Yeah. And then sort of, is that all you wish to do in town, or?
Yes, and I'm going back to the circus.
Back to the others. Excellent.
Yes.
So, after that, is there anything anyone wants to have done? Because he's been gone for about 3 hours. At this point, by the time Zonk gets back, you will be awake, Andrus.
Yes, sorry, DM. I'd also like to go to the town to do some selling and some buying. But I would also like to take Bruce with me.
Fair enough.
Right.
Shall I explain what I want to do, and then you could be like, if that's possible or not? That's probably a better way of doing it.
That's how things work. Sure.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to trade in my 2-handed warhammer, but I'd like to try and get Bruce a +1 striking bow in place of it, so that he's stronger.
Yeah, hasn't he already got a +1 striking?
You got a +1 striking
composite longbow.
Yeah.
Brilliant, okay.
I've got a +1 striking longbow and a +1 striking short sword. It's better than leather armor that would help.
Sure.
Bruce
Okay.
a lot.
That's it. Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. So I'd like to get a 1-handed warhammer that has the striking. So basically, what my one has now.
You want to get rid of the maul and trade it in
for something that's equivalent, that's 1-handed, and then a shield, and on top of that, I would like to get some full plate armor.
just a small order. Okay,
yes.
so
but I do have. So what I do have to offer in return for that is obviously the 2-handed maul.
Yeah.
The 8 garnet that we got at one point.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And we also have 10 platinum between us as well. So
cool.
I don't want to spend all this money because it's group
fine.
money, but these things would be handy.
Yeah. So quite a bit of math you want me to do there. That's very kind of you. So for the maul is going to be quite expensive. So the maul itself, you'll get 1.5 gold. The striking. Oh, that's gone all weird. 65. So you get 50 gold back, approximately, with quick math. It's about 100 plus the weapon. So yeah, 51 and a bit gold. I mean, yeah, you'd head to the Emporium, the same one you went to last time, I assume.
Yeah, that seems
Abadar's Emporium. And so, what is it you're wishing to buy?
So I'd like something that would be, in fact, if they had something that was a better shield, for instance. I don't know if there's like a +1 AC thing, like shield of shielding, or something. That would be cool. If not, then damage would be great. So essentially,
there's something like a sturdy shield that
Yeah, you can add.
that gives you more. It can take more damage before it breaks.
oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, something that. Oh yeah, sturdy shield. I see that. Yeah, they're quite pricey though. So basically, what I want to come out in is the full plate armor, a shield, and a warhammer, of the best quality that I can get,
And some +1 leather armor or +1 studded
and
leather.
also get some armor for our Bruce.
Cool. So
with whatever we've got to offer and barter, really.
So yeah, I mean the sturdy shield. They would have that will cost you 100 gold for the minor version, or you can only get the minor. You wouldn't be able to get any of the high ones.
How much would we get for the garnet? There was 8 in total.
He once you get to the shop, the little guy will have a look at them and
Cool. Do some rolls.
Where did you get them from? Where were they from?
They
were from within the thing, weren't they? Last session.
Yeah, in the cave. We also have a chime of opening to barter with as well, because we've got a rogue. We don't necessarily need it, so we can also offer that for gold, if that's all right with the rest of the group.
Yeah, we kind of said that Zonk didn't really need it, and I can't see anyone else doing it whilst we are around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll offer that up as well and get some money for that.
There's also the silver lensatic compass.
Bruce had that. Bruce has got that one.
Bruce is keeping that one.
Yeah, the garnets you'd reckon would be a sort of let you know, about 10 gold each they'd be worth. I'd say, so I can give you about 5 for each, so that'd be 40 gold I'd give you for them.
40 gold for the garnet. Okay, that's not bad at all, is it?
What was this other thing you're trying to show me? This chime opening. Oh,
yes. It's a wondrous item.
Wondrous is a strong word.
No, it's very wondrous.
He had to actually check he could recognise what it was. Because it's actually an item level 6 item. I'd give you 130 gold for that item.
Okay, that seems a little low, but I will accept this offer.
Just 50%. In fact, it's better than 50%. It's the joy of trading.
I'm just being cheeky.
It's not as bad as Starfinder, where it's like literally 10% of the value.
Wow. How much was that? Sorry,
130 he offered, so currently 170 gold with the garnets.
Okay.
Yeah, with Starfinder, they must find the weapons that they need and suit their characters with that design for merchanting the items you find. Because
there appears to be a lot more upgrading.
Yeah. Rather than selling.
So
we've got 170 gold with the items we traded.
Then
plus
from
50
your
for the mall.
Yep. So you'd be at 220.
220 gold. Okay. And we've got 10 platinum on us, so in total that's 3. We've got 320 in the kitty. Gold. Okay. Right, what can I get for our friends? Let's see. So Zonk seems to be in a good place at the moment. I would like a shield, a hammer, and some full plate. And Bruce would like some studded leather armor of decent quality. And what would Takeo have liked? Would he have also liked some better armor?
I mean, you would have probably asked him before you left.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
What would Takeo want?
I'm not really sure. don't know.
What armor have you got on?
Yeah, what's your AC at the moment? What armour do you have?
Just normal studded leather. So yeah, you would.
Yeah,
So
22.
probably a +1 as well then, or something
Yeah.
of greater equivalence. Okay, cool.
This is getting expensive. So that's why I thought you had a minus 10-foot penalty, because as soon as you put full plate on, your speed is going to drop to 15 foot.
That's fine.
You'll get there eventually. Have you got a strength of 18?
I'm just literally just about to check that. I believe I'm quite strong.
You do. You have 18 exactly. So you can wear it at least.
Yeah.
So at least you can wear it. So,
Cool.
I mean, you've got either, obviously, the shield that was suggested, the sturdy one, which is a steel shield. So it's a slightly lower bonus of only a +2 bonus, but obviously with 100 gold in itself, I think it was. I said, I can't remember.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So with your warhammer plus the shield plus the steel plate, that on its own is going to be 230 gold.
Okay.
Full plate. So
Leaving us.
if you wanted
Leaving
the sturdy
us
shield,
90 gold.
Yeah.
And that's if it's a sturdy shield.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's 2 gold if it's just a
Okay.
normal shield.
Okay. If we were to, how much would the +1 studded leather be?
I didn't expect to be going on a shopping trip.
No.
There's danger in the woods. Let's go shopping.
It's like, oh no, everything's bad. Quick, buy things. Oh, helps if you put 2E in. I'm like looking at going, they're really weird prices. Basic magic armor. So it's 160 gold to make it a +1.
160 gold. Okay. So 2 lots of 160 gold is still 320 anyway, which is all our gold. And
I'm
if
fine
you were
with
to
that.
just get the one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
If
So
we
it's
just get the one,
just
that's 80, isn't it?
160 gold to get that.
Yeah.
So you just getting
that's
the
fine
normal
then,
shield.
For now, yeah, I'll just I won't be. Yeah, I'll just get the normal shield. So how much is
So
that?
100 for your 100 for your warhammer, 102.
Is that +1?
Yeah, that's +1 striking.
Cool, perfect. Yeah.
Um,
+1 striking.
and then you wanted the steel shield, so that's 102 plus 160 is 260.
So 260 in total.
Yeah. So just to point out, Zonk has some really nice armor.
Yeah. But together with the cloak, it's really awesome because I can I can infiltrate anywhere now. Well, not
You-
So
anywhere,
it's
but
just a normal steel shield, is it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And the armor is. Oh, I can sell the armor back, can't I? It's just a breastplate.
Yeah, so I won't get much for it, but yes.
Yeah. So 4 gold back because it's 8 gold normal.
Zonk's armor's worth, in theory, like 300 gold.
Oh, nice. How might well, I'll stick with 4 plate. But I think they'll be randomly selling. So the
Hell
4 plate
armor.
is just standard 4 plate, is it?
Yep, 30 gold.
Cool.
So that's
30 gold.
292 you're at.
292. Okay.
So you're
So
going to have to
we did have
disappoint
320.
Yeah. Disappoint poor Bruce, he can't have armour.
How much is his armor?
His armour would also be 160 to get the +1.
And how much do we have left?
Not 160. Oh no, I don't know how much. you have.
320
Yeah. So you've got like
minus
30.
292.
28.
30. 28, yeah. 28 gold. Hang on a minute. How is it so expensive?
Because that's how much things
Oh,
cost.
102.
So 100 for the
102 plus.
100 for
Which is
the
the
Warhammer,
the
2
weapon.
for the Steel
Yep,
Shield,
102.
160 for the
Steel
+1 studded leather, or +1 leather, whichever it was.
Oh, yes, the
and
brace.
then
Yeah.
30 for the full plate.
Brilliant.
However,
Okay, so we did get him, but we didn't get him for
full
Taki.
plate is only 160. Which is
Is
really,
it?
yeah, it's a really weird
That's so
feature I've
odd.
discovered. It doesn't matter what part of armor you have. The basic, it costs the same. It's a really weird. Yeah. The suit of magic armor is simply a suit of armor or explorer's clothing etched with a fundamental ruin. The prices here are for all types of armor. You don't need to adjust the price from leather armor to full plate. So it makes
That's mental. That's good to know for next time.
+1 magic, +1 full plate, technically better value than +1 studded leather because you save 30 gold on the cost.
Okay,
Yeah, that's an odd
we,
one, isn't it? But
I think by the point you get to sort of like the magic armor, the +2 or the +2 greater resilient, where the armor costs 4,500 gold, 30 like 26 gold difference is like
it's neither here nor there, is it? Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Mr. Shopkeep. That was very nice.
Yeah.
We do unfortunately only have 28 gold left in the. In fact, actually, I've got 33 gold, which I will donate. I'll donate 30 of to the fund because obviously I've just spent out. So we now have in our joint bank 58 gold. Just so that everyone's aware, there's 58 gold going if we need some supplies. But Bruce, you now have your +1 studded. I'm now armoured up. And we should be good. Now with the shield raised and the shield spell on, I will have an AC of 26.
Nice.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got 24 with my shield raised.
Blimey. And I'll set my maul up. Let's remove that. Okay. So it's +1 striking Warhammer, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Doing
Excellent.
good.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. Perfect. Would there be anything of value for Takeo here in terms of alchemy items or anything like that that he would have asked us for while we're here?
Probably some more oil because I used that up. Nothing much other than that.
Some oil. Yep. Okay.
It's quite a cheap item. I mean, as you were sort of walking out, you would be able to pick it up from multiple different things. It would cost you 1 copper piece for some oil, so you could get 10 lots for a silver.
Yeah.
Not an expensive item.
Cool. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's just see. Yeah, cool. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's brilliant.
Cool.
Cool.
So, yeah, you head back and quite quickly disseminate the new items between the people. And you're looking extra shiny in your full plate. It does take you a little bit longer to get back, as you're considerably slower. Yeah. What would you like to do next as you're now all together?
Right, we've cleared some of the area, but I think we're missing some of the area around the swamp. And Taker, you said there's that dangerous. There might be the sound of some ghosts around. Well, I think that's just what our morning needed, was to take a look at the campsite further south.
So, as the time approaches, nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's a problem when you let Andrus sleep in, having a cat nap. So which way do you wish to head? There are 2 paths into the forest. There's the one that you went down and went towards the wolf cave. There was another bit that went off south from there, or there is another one that's down to the direct south from you already.
Should go to that direct south one, where it's all where the black square is.
I would check this one first and move.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you wish to do as you approach that area?
I say a bit separate from the group, not really far, but a few feet, and then hide in the bushes and move through the bushes.
Yeah, I think we need to make some really loud banging noises to scare it off as well. Yeah. Nah, just kidding. Right.
I will raise my shield and draw my warhammer.
Yeah, I've got my bow. So I'm going to look for some tracks on the floor.
I raise my weapon as well.
Yeah. Do a survival check. Where are you doing it? The survival check.
From the entrance about here.
Okay.
Yeah, just looking around from that bit.
Yeah.
19.
19. You can see hundreds and hundreds of tiny little footprints.
Right, the hobbits have been through here.
Oh, we're talking tiny, way small.
Lots of insects or rodents or something like that through here, and lots of them. So we might want to be careful of a swarm of something. And I'll try and go further in and under there.
Cool.
Through there.
As you step over the log, you sort of feel it rock underneath your feet, and sort of rising up from underneath it. When I'm on the right layer, where have they gone? Nope. Ah, that's why I'm on the wrong. There we go. I was trying to reveal them by not touching them. Two rather large swarms of centipedes rise up out of the woodwork. And roll initiative.
Wonderful. Luke, you're going to retcon where Andrus was, because otherwise it's going to take him 3 days to get there.
Yes, sorry. I was looking up how to retrain spells. So yes.
I have 23 again. So
Cool. Oh, that's nice.
stealth.
Yeah.
Bum roll. Only 16.
16 for Bruce. What's your bonus?
13.
It's Brucey bonus.
And then Takeo.
18 in total.
Cool. All very, very close together, bar Zonk.
Only 7 from me today, so that's plus 7, so 14.
Yeah, all very close together. Cool. So Bruce goes just before one of them because of his bonus, his Brucey bonus. So first of all, we do have Zonk. As you're just faced with these sort of several hundred sort of centipedes swarming around in between each other.
Yeah, that's something for the alchemist. So I'm just going to stay in hiding, I think.
That's fair.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to do with. I back away slowly.
Yep.
And hide a bit further down.
After that, we then have Takeo.
Well, I've got quite a choice of bombs to use there now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Alchemist Fire, but is there any others that would be a bit more useful, or?
You need to know a bit more about the creature.
Okay.
So if you have nature, you can do a nature check. You do. So yeah, roll me a nature check. See if you. This will take an action to do, by the way. If you're trying to recall knowledge, so you'll still have enough to throw a bomb, but you'll take an action.
I've got 11 on the dice.
So you recognise these as, surprise, surprise, a centipede swarm. So you know that, I'll give you sort of useful information. They are weak to splash and area damage. They do also have a rather nasty poison, you've heard.
Okay. Might want to extract some of that. Guess, yeah, I'll go with the fire then.
Cool. So yeah.
16 on the dice.
Yeah, that will work.
Okay.
Not critically. Sorry. That's why I was paused for a second. I couldn't see there. I went blind to AC. So yeah, roll me your damage. Can I have the? It's 2 damage for the splash, isn't it? So they do take quite a bit from that. It seems to really affect them. What's the rest of the damage?
3 on the dice.
3 on the dice. You've got. Are you rolling? Are you doing a moderate one?
Yeah.
So you need to roll 2 of them.
And a 1.
And a 1. So 4 plus. Is it plus 5? I think. They've gone. Yes.
Okay.
No, 2d8. Just 2d8, sorry. Something else must have been that. So cool. So they take 4 from that. They also take 2 persistent fire on their turn, and they took 7 each from the splash damage.
Cool. Nice. It's big.
Okay. So you still have 1 action remaining.
I'm just gonna get my Gale Blade ready.
Yep, that's fine. So, to answer John's question, when you sleep, you regain your hit points plus your level, multiplied by your level. So your Constitution modifier times your level. So whatever your Con modifier is, times 5.
Times 2 because of our boon from the tower.
Yes. If you activated it. Or is that permanent? I can't remember if that's permanent.
No. If you only have to activate it to get the fast healing.
Yes. So I assume everyone activated got some fast healing as well.
Fantastic. Thank you.
I keep forgetting that. Thanks for reminding me.
So yeah. So you do gain. So in Andrew's case, 20 hit points, which is quite useful. 20 for Bruce. 30 for Takeo, and I'm assuming Zonk's works his out, but also 20 as well.
Yeah.
So some pretty good healing now.
Is that on top of our hit points already, or?
So whatever you were at the end of yesterday, so add that. So you were on a nice and healthy 19, I believe. So you're now on a nice 49.
Okay, great. Thanks.
I'll write things down.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Good
so yeah, so now
answers
you are
to
quite
those.
healthy before that. However, the centipede swarm does move forward and just surrounds, or one of them does anyway. Yeah, that one. Just surrounds you. So it's going to take 2 swarming bites against you. Can you roll me a reflex save, please?
Yes. So plus 10 to this roll. 14 in total.
14 in total. Unfortunately, you fail, so you do take the full damage from this.
Okay.
No, wrong dice. Rolling just completely random dice. So I just picked up 3d6. So that's 6 points of damage. Can you then make a fortitude save for me, please?
Oh god, these things are poisonous, aren't they? like all centipedes are.
Mm-hmm.
Fortitude, so +9 to this roll. So that's 26 in total.
So you managed to avoid the poison. Can you make another reflex save, please?
Yes. This one's a little higher, 21.
Unfortunately, still not quite good enough. And
Okay.
you take 5 points of damage.
Okay, good thing I got healed up earlier.
So
Still pretty healthy.
that's that one's turn. And did you make the fortitude save again? Sorry.
Yes, I did. Yeah. I rolled a 17. I got 26 in total for that one. No, I'm lying. I got 20. That was 26. Yeah, I'm not lying.
Cool. So you are fine. After that, we then have Bruce before the other one.
Okay, so Bruce will draw his striking short sword and swing, and then can you draw a move in this one?
Can you draw?
Do you draw
not
whilst
they're
moving?
two separate actions.
Two separate actions. That's fine.
Yeah.
So he's going to move to there.
There are feats to do it as part of Zeke's previous character had an ability to draw and strike.
Yeah, no problem. So I've moved. I've drawn my striking short sword, and I will swing at the swarm from here. So let's. We've got a nice bonus here. Lovely. Oh, it's a natural 20 for a 34.
Are you doing slashing or piercing?
Slashing, please, on the swarm.
It's a versatile weapon, so you can do both, which is quite good.
Aha.
Triple damage.
Oh.
Triple damage. So instead of 2d6, we have 66.
Indeedly doodly.
And instead of +3, we have +9. Okay, so 66. Let's see them. Let's count them. Add them up. What have we got there? Okay, that's only 4. That's below average. And then we got another 7 to make 11. And then we got another 4 to make 15. That is a subpar 24 points of damage slashing, please.
You notice majority of that seems to impact them, but it manages to shrug off a little bit between them as you're trying to sort of drag the blade through so many creatures. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else?
That was all 3 actions.
You did 3. Yeah, sorry. So after that we have the other one who sort of just moves towards Takeo and does the same thing. Can you make a reflex save for me, please?
That's 15 on the dice.
Should be good.
So you are going to take half damage. Can you then make a fortitude save as well for me, please?
12 on the dice for that one.
And your bonus is +12. Yeah, you have a ridiculous one. I forgot that. So yeah, you take 2 points of damage, which is already halved. Can you then do that exact same sequence again for me, please?
Okay.
Probably got a mental poison resistance as well.
13 on the dice.
So yeah, you'll take half damage again. Yeah, he's got +13 to his reflex. So that is 4 points of damage, already halved. Can you make a fortitude for me as well, please?
6 on that dice.
6 on the dice.
Yeah.
Wah, wah. So you are now poisoned. On your turn, I'll let you know what happens.
Okay.
Cool. After that, it is then Andrus.
Ooh, okay. I don't really have much that can really. I will.
If you
take a
crit
step.
hit, you just kill everything, don't you?
Yeah. I'm actually going to take a step back with one action, and then I'm going to cast.
Silence.
Yeah. I'm just going to Divine Lance it, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, big spell last time round.
No, this is the little one. This is the little one. Just
Cantrip.
the cantrip.
Searing Light was the one that was ridiculous.
Okay.
So you targeting good or evil?
I'm targeting evil.
Okay. Roll me your spell attack roll.
Yep. 20.
Okay.
Plus, plus
I mean, it's a
11,
natural
so
20,
31.
so it will be.
Yep.
Thing. So, unfortunately, as it is a neutral creature, it do nothing.
Oh, bum. Oh. So that I will turn to.
It is stupefied too as a result of the critical, though.
Oh, good. I'll turn to Sekio and be like, do what you did last time. Get rid of these fiends.
And then after that, we're back around to Zonk.
Yeah, so seeing what Bruce did, Zonk thinks, okay, let's give this a try. So I'm going to move up to here.
Mm-hmm.
I think that will be 2 actions because it's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to slash it with my slashing sickle.
Yep.
That's a 22 hits.
22 will hit. Yep.
For 6 points of damage, slashing.
Cool. Yeah. You notice that, which you've already realised, I think, none of your precision damage has an impact because you would have got that from being in stealth. But yeah.
Yes.
But it does take the majority of that. Okay, after that, it is then Takeo. Standing in the swarm.
Okay, well, I'm gonna do my normal bomb stuff first.
Mm-hmm.
But afterwards, I'd like to try the. What's it called?
Oh, you are flat-footed, by the way.
Okay.
Currently. It doesn't really affect you massively, other than your AC going down, which doesn't really matter with these guys. Unless it has an impact on saving throws, which I don't think it does.
Can I try the Tengu Feather Fan at some point on this round?
Yeah.
And cast the Gust of Wind. See if that has any effect on them.
Yeah. Once I know what one does.
Yeah, I just want to find out before I throw any bombs or anything.
So you can do this once per day. You cast one of the spells contained in your Tengu Feather Fan. Do you have any spells?
I think. Does it automatically have Gust of Wind in it, I think?
Yes, you can cast it by activating it. So, So, violent wind issues forth from your palm, blowing from the point where you are. When you cast the spell to the line's opposite end, the wind extinguishes small non-flammable, blah 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 blah, does moves large or smaller creatures. So, on a success, the creature can't move against the wind. Failure, they're knocked prone, which they can't be. And a critical failure then does damage. Okay, so your DC is charisma based.
Okay.
So not going to be amazingly hard. Because this wouldn't be based on class DC. So, well, only because it's not. So I'd say currently this is going to be a 17, which seems very high.
Is it worth doing it then or not?
I mean, yeah. I mean, they can fail. Even if they succeed, they can't move towards you.
Okay.
Do you happen to know offhand, Claudio, the DC for casting a spell? Is he going to be trained in it? That's the only thing I'm not sure of.
I think Okay, the DC for spells you cast is your class DC or spell DC.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't have a spell DC because he is the caster, then he uses class DC and he's automatically trained in that.
Cool. But he would use his charisma for the modifier because that's the base one. I looked this up yesterday.
Okay.
They don't use their primary stat. Because so
Okay.
it's charisma for that. I looked this up because I was strange enough, the guy that you had did have an ability. I was trying to work his out. So it would be a 17 then. I was right because you would count as trained, so you get your bonus from everything else.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll use a bomb first.
Yep.
I'll use the fire one again.
Go for it.
18 on dice.
Which is a 29, so yes, that will hit. I assume you're landing it in the space here so you can splash damage onto the other one.
Yeah.
Cool. So that will automatically take 7. Which 14, 22. It's hanging in there.
Nice hits. Good hits though.
Yeah.
Must be.
Oh yeah. Just straight up. That's only need a little bit more. So then, can you roll me 2d8?
3 and a 5.
Oh, so yeah, that takes a significant amount of splash damage as well. So if you cast the spell, it will be 2 actions. It'll be your last 2 actions to do that.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
$15 on the dice.
No, I roll the save.
Okay.
So these are fortitude saves. So both of them have to make it. I'm assuming you're drawing it in a line that doesn't go through your ally. As I'm assuming you don't want to cause poor Bruce to go bouncing off into the forest. So the first one succeeded, so he can't move closer, which is the one that's currently on you. And then the second one succeeded as well, so it can't move towards you. It can move in the other directions though.
Okay. Also, I've got the poison effect.
You have. So you took 5 damage from that. You are also now flat-footed, which just reduces your AC by 2, which is really useful against creatures that don't use AC. What's the point? And then can you roll me a flat check for me, please, to see if you can recover from it? So roll me a d20.
I got a 1.
Okay. You are still poisoned.
Okay.
Don't think there is a critical fail on a luckily on a flat check. So after that it is then the first of the swarms, who can't move towards you, so it will move in one of 3 directions. 1 to 2 is Andrus. Oh, it's going to come towards Bruce. So it comes there. Can you make a reflex save for me, please, Brucey?
Yep. Brucey's quite an agile guy, actually. So let's see what we get. Yeah, 21.
That is unfortunately a fail.
Oh,
can you then roll me a fortitude save, please?
Yeah, okay. So he's got quite a good fortitude. So let's see.
Don't say that until you roll.
Yeah, he's got a 16.
Plus?
No, it's 16.
Oh, in total. Okay. So
Yep.
you are now also poisoned. You took 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
Can you do the same sequence again for me, please?
What, all over again?
Yeah. It's a single action for them to do their bites.
Wow,
hilarious.
okay, so reflex save. 21. Does that pass?
That was the same as last time.
Sounds
So
like it
that's
doesn't pass to me.
8 points of damage, and then are you poisoned?
So fortitude save this time. And that's 20
In total.
in total.
So you take the poison again.
So am I poisoned too? So what do you mean? Am I poisoned too, or do I get another 8 points of damage?
You take 8 points of damage from the actual biting.
I've taken 2 8s from the biting. Yeah.
Yep.
So far. What am I taking from the poison?
Nothing until your turn.
And then I've got poison 2. Is poison 2 a thing?
Mm-hmm. There are different tracks. I'm just double checking because you have to.
I've been listening to the Starfinder podcast, and poison 2 onwards is pretty rubbish. You don't want to be on those tracks.
If you fail again, the stage increases by 1 to stage 2.
Yeah.
Well, if the poison works with stages and you roll a critical fail, then it moves by 2 stages instead of 1.
He hasn't critically failed, luckily.
No, but Takeo did.
Did Takeo? Oh, Takeo did. Oh dear. Sorry.
Because he rolled a 1.
So add an extra 2 damage.
Okay.
And you're also clumsy 1 as well now. Sorry.
With that last poison roll, what can a hero point get me? Can it get me a bonus to it, or a separate, or a re-roll with my hero point?
You can do a re-roll, but you have to take whatever the new result is.
Whatever the new result is, I would definitely do that. Yeah, okay. So, fortitude save for the second poison. It's bound to be better, right? There's a 55% chance it's better. No, it's not better. So it's a 15 in total.
Unfortunately, you are still on stage 2 of the poison.
Okay, worth a try though. Okay, so that's down to 2 hero points today.
Yeah, cool. After that, it is then Bruce's turn now.
Okay, so does something
first of all,
immediately?
Yes, you take minimum damage on the poison, which is 3. You are also clumsy 1 and flat-footed 1.
Right. So if I start to do stuff, you tell me what effect that has. So
you just have a -2 ranged attacks, dexterity-based checks, AC, reflex saves, acrobatic, stealth, and thievery of 1. Sorry.
Okay, so if I strike it with my short sword, where I'm using at the moment a +4 dex bonus,
then yes, you will take a penalty on that because it's dex-based.
Yep. So striking with my short sword, how much of that +4 do I lose?
You only lose 1. You should have way more than that for your short sword.
Oh no, because there's dex, there's proficiency, and there's item.
Oh, it's just on the attack roll, not on.
Yeah. So I was thinking that they're all, because this Pathfinder app breaks it down into where the +14 comes from.
So it would just be a +13.
+13 because only 1 from the dex. Okay, so I will try to slash at this one with my striking short sword, and it was not very good. It's 17.
Unfortunately, that will miss.
Okay, well I am going to try again. So this will be at a bonus of +8.
+9. It's an agile weapon.
It was a natural 20 anyway.
So that's fine.
So that would have been 1 more, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that is sassy. That's just that's sassarillos.
So
slashing until healed. The target is wounded 1. Can't speak, eat, drink, or make attacks with its jaws.
So I will let you roll out the damage.
Ooh. So what am I doing? Regular
double damage. So
double
you
damage.
are 4d6.
46 plus 6.
Double your strength.
So that is 6 and oh dear, 4. So 16 points of slashing damage. Not great d6 rolls there, below average again.
Not. As it had 1 hit point remaining, you sort of go in a mad rage and just start stabbing the remaining centipedes to the ground. They die.
Fantastic.
Okay, after that we then have the other centipede swarm, which is just going to stay where it is. And Takeo, can you roll a reflex save, please?
Okay. That was a 7 on that one, on the dice.
That would be a fail, so that would be 10 points. No, not 10 points. 5 points of damage. There's no point rolling the fortitude. You're already at max on this poison. So can you then roll another reflex save and another reflex save, and then it will speed things up.
Okay. 1.
A natural 1.
Yep. And a 6.
So you're going to take double damage, as that is a critical fail, which is 11 points of damage, and then roll me another reflex save as their third attack.
Yeah, that's 6.
That's another 4 points of damage.
Okay.
So
that's 11 plus 4.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
That's their turn. They couldn't move towards you, so they didn't need to move. So after that, we then have Andrus.
Okay, so they are. Yeah, they are within range, aren't they, for me to touch them?
Yeah.
Not that you'd want to, but I am going to. I am going to cast Chill Touch.
Okay.
Which is 2 actions. It is. Let me look. So it's a living creature. Negative damage equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting modifier. Okay. And my spell attack is plus 11. So let's see if I actually hit them first. 10 plus 11, 21 to hit.
Yeah.
Chill Touch. Yeah, is that good?
Yep, that will hit.
This is 1d4 plus. Oh god, what am I? What's my modifier? Plus 4. 1d4 plus 4. That's a 3, so 7 in total.
7. Cool. Yeah, they just seem to take that 7.
Okay, and with my. Do you know what? I'm just going to hit them with my next attack. I've got a plus d6. So
did you roll 2d4? 3d4 for that? I
rolled 1d4.
Okay, can you roll me another 2d4? It's your one of your cantrips.
Sure, of course I can. Yeah. 1 and a 4, so plus 5 extra on top of that.
So 12 in total. Cool.
Yep.
Slightly more effective.
Yeah. I'll take a swing as well, so plus 11 to hit. Which is my final
this
one.
is a minus, because you have the attack action, so it's your minus 5 from your top, because it's making an attack. So yeah, that's going to hit even with your that.
Oh right, okay, yeah. So
crit.
Damn. Still 2d8 though, which is good.
Yep.
Where's my d8s? There they are. 2d8 plus 4. Yep. It's bludgeoning. So 8 plus 4 is 12, so 12 bludgeoning damage.
And again, you smash all these really annoying things into the ground, and they are gone and dead. So, Derek, as you may remember, the guy that's missing half a foot, comes sort of wandering over. I thought there was something weird in the woods last night. All I could hear is this weird chattering, like something was eating wood. Cool. You squished those bugs, haven't you?
Without metagaming too much, as an ex-alchemist to a current alchemist, things like centipedes and stuff have really good venom on them. So, Zeke, you might want to take the time to extract some venom from these creatures, because I think centipede venom is particularly potent, and it might come in handy for you as either as a roleplay element or something.
Okay, yeah. I think I've got that.
Not to metagame too much, but.
No, he's new. This is his first character like alchemist, so I thought maybe I'd give him a little pointer there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bridge can always do a pretty good nature check on these as well to find out are these commanded, like, or do they get together in swarms like this of their own nature? So are these were they controlled by something else, or were they just getting together?
Yeah, I mean, feel free to roll me a nature check.
Yeah, and anything else that I would know about that's useful about these swarms from a nature check. So that's 27.
You would know that these things are immune to any kind of mental effects, as they have an ability known as swarm mind. So it's unlikely they were controlled. Based on the way they were acting, it looks like they were just living in this tree.
Okay.
You just, viciously murdered these poor creatures who were just quite happy in their little tree.
Yeah, they just live in the woods.
Just a curious Out of curiosity, how do you like administer the poisons and venoms?
They're literally through their bite, so it's just injected.
I know, I mean, as in for like
you could coat it on a weapon.
Yeah.
That's usually what people do.
Which does remind me. So
Still got
you're
some
still
effects,
poisoned.
right?
So Takeo will take it first, and take max damage of 10. Can you roll me a flat check?
16 on the dice.
So that is the last poison you take. 6, so 8 in total for Bruce, and then thingy check from Bruce.
8 from Bruce. Okay, so as Bruce is poisoned too, can I use a second hero point on the same sort of thing?
You can use all your actions to do a flat check. That you can't add a d6 to this.
You can't add a d6
but you can spend your whole turn to make it DC 10.
Okay, so so I'll do everything I can to make this as low a risk as possible. No, it's an 8.
So you then take another 8 damage.
Okay.
You have to suck the poison out. Or either, no, wait, centipede poison, you have to press on the wounds.
quick, everybody.
Dance around 10 times. Sing to a god.
Right. Well, you, for this one, I know that you need to take all of your clothes off, try to do a handstand, and then I need someone to suck this out, and it'll. That's the way it works. So he does another check.
Yep.
Feet all the way up at the top of a tree, butt naked. No, it's a 3. It's worse.
You then take a further 6 points of damage and roll again.
Shit.
I got a special rope this morning. Maybe it works against poison.
Right. Hit me with that rope on my back. It'll open up my open up my bloodlines. 13 for you.
It worked. It's a special rope. It is.
Special rope. Good value rope that was.
Only 5 total pieces.
I don't think you actually get a flat check against these.
No, you just have to make fortitude saves, actually, I think.
You don't get... if you fail after the experience... you've up to stage 1, subject to the little effects. You don't. It just happens. There are ways to cure it.
Yes, and I think every round you have to make a fortitude save, and if you succeed, you go back a stage. If you ever go to stage 0, the poison has run its course.
Yeah. So were some of those not flat checks then, and instead subject to a
you would have
fortitude
succeeded
bonus?
on that one. So so you've got that one. You would have passed based on the roll.
Yep.
You then take 5 damage and then roll again. So it's persistent damage is the one that's the flat check.
Okay, so I did the persistence damage until I stopped that persistent damage, and now I can do a fortitude.
Yeah.
Bonus
It should have been fortitude all along, which is why you passed the last one.
Okay, no problem. So it's absolutely fine. So fortitude bonus on this dice roll here.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Yep. It ends anyway. That was the last round.
Lovely. Okay, phew.
Only had 6 rounds.
Oh, Bruce is looking a bit off colour. He's looking a bit green.
Just vomits off to one side.
Yeah.
So
I do actually have a wand of heal that we can use.
Once per day, otherwise it explodes. I messed up with those being same thing as persistent damage.
Yeah, no worries. That happens.
Too many rules.
Yeah.
So many.
So who's looking particularly bad right now?
Right,
Bruce is at just less than half.
Okay, you need to sort
I'm on 10.
You're on 10. Okay, right. Okay, let's sort everyone out then, shall we? Let's just get a spell sorted. Spells. So I'm going to cast a heal, and it's going to be a level 2 heal, and it's going to be the Let's see. So level 2.
2d8 plus 16.
That's the one for. That's the one for everyone? Is it?
Oh, for everyone
Is that
would
the
be
one that's just for
1d8
one
plus
person?
8. Two, just be 2d8. Sorry.
I'll do. Do you know what? I'll do 2 lots of level 2. One on Bruce, one on Tekio, and then that sort of sorts them out. So let's do that. So it's 2d8 plus 16 for you, Bruce. First of all, not very good. That's 19, 20. No, it's not. It's 19.
19.
No, it was 20 because it was 3 plus 1. Yeah, it was 20. Sorry, my mistake. And then for Takio, it's even better, which is probably good. 16, 25 in total.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Cool.
And how is everyone looking now?
Yeah, I'd more than 3/4. Still looking a bit green, but he is okay.
Okay. I'd rather not use too much.
Yeah, I think we might be able to get away with battle medicine for this.
Yeah.
Isn't it normal that you look green?
Lizard man.
Oh my god, he looks pink. So yeah, we'll assume sort of within the time that you've managed to heal yourselves back up within sort of a few minutes.
Cool. Okay.
And I mean, obviously, we'll come back in 2 weeks. Who knows what Trevor will do in that time? As he disappears off in his tighty whities into the night.
Trevor.
And obviously there's still some more of the forest to explore. There are now 13 days until you owe some people a beer, and also have to put on a performance. And yeah, there's still a bit more of something creepy in the woods potentially. But yeah, that was good fun. I totally didn't expect you to go along with Trevor and you making him walk in front of you rather than just letting this random bloke walk behind you. But obviously Zonk now has some rather impressive armour with which he can do very similar things.
That's awesome. We're all kitted out.
I wish I'd made it a cursed item. So at the beginning of every day you had to roll a save, otherwise it turned into a wedding dress that you couldn't remove.
That would be so awesome for Zog. Goblin is a wedding dress.
Can we change it, Steve? Or is it too late?
Technically, it could still be a cursed item because maybe Andrus didn't roll high enough. But
that's true. I might not have rolled high enough.
I thought
I rolled pretty well. I think
he did roll quite well.
The gust of wind from the fan was really awesome. I think that's a really awesome item.
It's
it's lore more.
I think the next level one is a bit more. It's got more to it. I think it's
but I mean, even
level.
if you were facing against like a bunch of fighters and wanted to stay at range, the lot of they've only got to succeed, so they've still got to have pretty high fortitude to then still be able to come towards you. So you could literally stop an enemy in his tracks. So it still has pretty good use, even if they succeed. And if I roll a natural 1, then they go flying and take 2d6 damage. So pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah. Oh, Tekio, don't forget your centipede poison.
Yeah, I've put that down. Is there a specific name for it, or?
I will double check.
I think it's specific to the mob. Might be, but only because I've been playing an alchemist, and it's one of the least utilised things, and I think it's very cool. I think it's really cool.
I mean, in fairness, Luke has played every single class that exists, so
because they don't last longer than 2 sessions. So
so obviously we'll do similar in 2 weeks. In terms of intentions, are you intending to just keep exploring the forest? That is.
Yep. I want to explore the whole of this and see what's on that island.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to clear this. Yeah,
I need some items.
Zonk is very treasure low. At the moment.
Looks fair in his wedding dress.
I think I love the fact that Andrus was like, I want big club, sold off all of his items, and then within a session's like, I want my little one back, please.
Yeah.
I don't like this one.
I mean, it was doing excellent damage, but I think a trade-off for a smaller dice is worth it for that extra AC to my arm.
Yeah. Well, it's still
it really is.
1d8, so yeah, I mean, you're still doing.
It's only one dice bracket down.
It's a drop of 8 on max potential damage.
But I'm not here to do the damage. These guys are here to do the damage. I'm here to heal and soak, so that's what I'll be doing.
Yeah, but I mean, you're definitely not here to move anymore.
Yeah, exactly. They might have to start pulling me. Put me on wheels and pull me around.
There you go, that's Zonk just doing a random sort of shove to knock you forward into combat every round.
I tell you what, I didn't realise, my Warhammer's got the shove ability.
Yes.
This little Warhammer.
So yeah, you can do it whilst wielding it, basically.
So what does that do? Push someone 5 feet?
Depends.
So the shove ability is, I think, an athletics use, and you can push people away from you.
Yep.
And normally you have to have a hand free, but if you have a weapon that has that ability, you can use a weapon instead. Plus, if the weapon is magical, you get the bonus, the +1, +2, or +3 on attack rolls, also for the shove action if you use the weapon.
On your athletics. So yeah.
So could I technically, if I'm fighting near a cliff or a roof edge or something, I could shove someone off? Wow.
So with a success, you move them back 5 foot, and you can then stride after it, but you have to move in the same direction. If you critically succeed, you push them up to 10 feet away from you, and you can follow afterwards. So you could use it as a cheeky way to move.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking that's a good way to get people away from people. So, for instance, this rogue that kept coming up to Bruce, I could be like, nope, back you go with my hammer.
However, knowing your occasional dice rolls, you lose balance, fall, and land prone if you critically fail.
Right. Okay.
It is athletics based, so you might want to just check your athletics score as well.
Athletics +11. So that's pretty good.
You can only do it on up to large creatures as well, for you.
Right. Okay. Up to large creatures. Okay. That's still. I'm glad I've got an athletics of 11 there. That's pretty good.
That's good. Lovely stuff. Right, I'm going to head off. Thank you so much, everyone.
Cheers all.
Thank you.
Excellent
See
session.
you
Well
in
done.
Good one.
2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in a bit.
Yeah. See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.
Take care.
There's the end of that session there. Again, fairly random one where there wasn't much in the way of story progression, but there was the comedic act of them willfully believing random individuals that find in the middle of nowhere in the middle of the night whilst they're rather intoxicated, which I feel they played out quite well, being more believing in their current state. Centipedes did a bit more damage than I expected. It's one of those learning curves of different spells, and obviously completely messed up the poison. But yeah, I think that's part of the disadvantage of it being every 2 weeks, is keeping all of the rules in your head in that time in between. So there is quite a good channel on YouTube, in fact, who I will just find that they're called How It's Played, and it's really good for actually videos of going through how different rules work in 2nd edition, so I recommend checking out that. That was How It's Played, and they're really clear videos on how different elements of 2nd edition work. They also have videos covering 5th edition as well, I believe, and Starfinder. 5th edition of Dungeons and Dragons, that is. So yeah, thank you for listening, and catch you in 2 weeks.